Hi, my name is Alicia Redshaw and I own Scrapbook Fantasies in Gladstone, Queensland. This scrap-along video was originally recorded live at the Scrapbook Fantasies Facebook page. If you would like to watch it live and see all of the live comments as discussed in the video, please go to the Scrapbook Fantasies Facebook page. Thank you and enjoy. Hello, Jason and Chrissy and Marie and Di and Donna and Anna. Hello everyone. Okay. So I've got this bodgy photo of Noah. I'm going to make a scrapbook page. Now I do have over this way, I do have my tub of cocoa vanilla leftovers, and it's a very bull beast of a creation. And I have my leftovers from my April year in review. It's not a great photo, but that's probably a good example to scrapbook a not a great photo. I've got my leftover watercolor swatch from my year in review, and yeah, I got lots left. I will show you. So just scooching this down here. This is my year in review page for April. Sorry, don't have the virus. So I've got a double, and then I've got a flippy pocket like that. So I'm going to use my leftovers from the kit, because I always have leftovers. Okay, so I'm thinking, got a piece of white card. Someone art journaled here today. Hey Naomi. I'm thinking, well, I got this photo. I'm thinking I might like put my photo, and then I might, sort of similar to what I did this week, do sort of coming across, but then his head's here and he's looking kind of that way. And then I might put lots of bits of the scraps around, build a thing. What do you reckon? I've been going to Amelia Ann's School of Scrapbooking drawing on my page. Okay, so that's on the back. So we need to do something with the background. Okay, let's tip our scraps in this container. Someone recently was meant to be wiping up and left this container and a tea towel in my area. I got rid of the tea towel and kept the container. So, yeah, it's mine now. Okay, let's get rid of the big bits. So this paper is all cocoa vanilla. And the cardstock I've got on my as my background is, oh, look, is that enough to, oh, bonus round, look at that. Is white Prisma Favini cardstock. Okay. And anyone that has looked for their email today hasn't got the email, because I sat down to do it and went, oh, I didn't do that. I have this routine on Mondays when I do the email that I do this, and I do this, and I do this, and then I create that, and then I, photograph that and do that. And I thought I could just sit down this afternoon and do an email, and after doing deliveries with Quentin until dark, and went, I don't have all those things made. That was a bit silly. So, yeah. It's half done. I just have this big list of pictures and things I need to create. What am I going to do on this background? Let's put some water out here. So this is what I put in the year in review kits, and we make these little swatchy things. This is sap green, and they're golden core watercolors, and this is French cerulean blue. Okay. So let's get some serious water going here. Let's make some seriously. So you could do this with pan watercolors, even like, you don't need expensive stuff like I've used. Like the golden is really good because I can make the swatches and then anyone can just add water and you don't even need like much of a technique, but you can sort of, you can get a really interesting and you can get a good effect on a background, but you don't have to, you know, you don't have to have a lot of experience and you don't have to work very hard to make it look good. Does that make sense? Like you can see, I'm just being a little bit dodgy there. Let's just get rid of some of the directionality of that. I'm going to turn the photo so I don't get that on my photo. And once again, I have to heat my page. Heat tool. Is there any questions so far? Is it just helloing so far? Hello everyone. Oh my gosh, there's 26 of you. A tinge of bold berries. Yep, my daughter has a good grip on English language. Autocorrect. Yep. Tinge of a cold breeze. Bold breeze. Oh. I think she means cold breeze, people.
It's cold. Oh, that's not one of my best moments.
So let's, well, this is going like this. Oh look, it matches our curtains in our lounge room. Well, I like that. That's going to look good. Let's just spritz that. Okay, that's enough drying. Let's just add a bit more water to a couple of places. Let's make a green. Lots of water. I didn't ask my assistants for a water tub.
Let me just go and get one for you.
No, I don't need a water tub. Oh, look at that. I like that. Oh, look at that. I'm loving that. Oh, that's a bit of a happy accident that did that. Look at that. Those bleed. Sorry, I'm whispering. Just excited about what it's doing. Look at that. Nice. Nice. That's a bit pooly there. Get one of my dried out baby wipes, which I still haven't found a use for yet. We'll get there eventually. Oh look, this one's got lots of black on it.
You know how we always plan to make golden book journals, Mum?
Oh yeah, we could do that.
We could put them as the paper.
So Naomi, John and I bought some golden books. Oh, I think we bought them at like Christmas time. We were going to make some art journals.
Never got around to it.
We never got round to it on the holidays before she had to move back to Brisbane. So while we've been, you know, all at home, Quentin's been helping in the studio and he needed to know why we had a Star Trek golden book. Of course we bought the Star Trek one, being Trekkies, but we also like Star Wars. Like everything. So Amelia saw it and it's hers. So she has wiped all of our golden books that we bought to make journals with.
I couldn't buy a Cinderella one. I was a little sad inside.
I've got a little tiny bit of greeny stuff here. Let's, oh geez. Well, let's just put it on there, I guess. I don't want big puddles. Right. I wasn't going to go too much with the mixed media tonight, but you know, just enjoying the water. No, it's watercolor, Tanya. So these little blobs are what you get in a year in review kit. So they're actually tubes of watercolor. But you could definitely use Like this is spray mist that I've put in a palette, a disposable palette that I don't dispose of, and then I've let it dry. So you could definitely then spritz that and activate that, or use a palette of watercolors, you know, like Naomi did in her mixed media class today. Yeah, you could do a palette of watercolors. You just need water, or you could use paint. You could even put a splosh of ink. I'm actually going to put a tiny bit of golden black. I think we might do some flicks of golden black now that we've got it back in stock. Yeah, just a few flicks of that. I'm just going to dry up some of these really wet bits. You don't want to be watching paint dry. So you could use paint, but it is just watercolor. Okay. Look at that. Liking that. Like. So then let's flip our palette over. So this is the packaging from... Did you swipe that cutting die?
No, the cutting die is still on the magnetic plate of the cutting machine because I accidentally forgot about it.
Okay. The sprigs and leaves cutting die from Craft Easy came in this packet. Okay, so I'm going to put some golden black on here. Let's do that. Let's put some water. Let's just mix it around. Rather unceremonious with this. And let's go, so we're going this way. Let's just do some flickety swoop. Flipped it on me. So they're darker dots. Then if we add way more water, and not water this down, but have this really, really wet, like have the brush really wet before we pick it up. Then we get sort of lighter, bigger, softer blobs. And that way you get, so you get a bit of difference. Then if I add more water again, I will get a third, even lighter shade that will be bigger and softer again, so you get that variance. So when we dry it, there's lots on there, I know. I've got it on me. Got it everywhere. Heat tool.
At least you're not wearing a white shirt today.
Well, I'm not wearing white today. I wore white on Wednesday. Who wears white to a class, even when it's a live class at home? Me. I have one pair of really nice white shorts. Well, I have one pair of white shorts. I mostly wear down, dark denim. Oh, there we go. And they have got charcoal on them, charcoal pencil, and doesn't come out. So you know. You needed to know that. Like, that's just superfluous information there. So you can start to see that the more water I added, the softer they get larger, but they get softer. So, and lighter. And you can see when these dry, hopefully, that the gold just sits on the surface and it's sort of reflecting the green and the blue. But the black's not a blacky black. Is that a word? I don't know. It's not a, you know, a harsh black. So what we might do is we might forgo the watching paint dry business and put that aside. And then while that's aside drying, we will just move some of this.
You're using Prisma Vivini tonight, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I am. Because that's what I stole. Oh, I didn't steal it. Well, I can't. Oh, I don't know. It's my business. From Quentin's box of cardstock he cuts cutouts.
But you could use any cardstock for the
You could use
watercolor?
any cardstock. I would. Like, I'm not going for an actual fine art watercolor effect. I'm just going for getting some stuff on there. I don't mind if it wrinkles up. Get really obsessed. You could, once it's dry, shove it underneath something heavy or your mat or phone books. I don't think we have phone books anymore. We don't have phone books here in Queensland.
We do have phone books, you just don't get them delivered anymore.
Yeah, but I'm not using watercolour cardstock. Definitely not using watercolour cardstock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my scraps, find a photo mat from my scrappy bits. So I've got a 4x6 photo. I'm going to get rid of that bit. A very good demonstration that your guillotine works without this, but you've got to be careful not to get your fingers. You won't necessarily cut your finger too badly, but it will hurt. By 6 1/4. That goes to not 6 1/4. Let's do 3. Oh, look, it's not big enough. Nope. So I've got a 6 inch by 4 1/4 inch mat. So I'm just going to take a tiny bit off this. So I have a 4 inch by 5 3/4 inch photo. Look at that. There we go. That's my boy. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to square up. I could cut them out. Decisions. Let's put that one over there. I'm just going to square up my pieces of paper so that they're sort of usable. So we've got that, and then we could definitely do that. Oh, that's a nice piece. Any questions? Are there any questions, Naomi? While
no, but I did get a little bit behind, so...
Did you just?
I was answering I was answering Mom's question.
So I might use this You Are Awesome.
So you're just cutting these at random sizes?
I'm squaring them up. I'm getting rid of the bent bits on them.
Well, they probably don't need to do that.
The bodgy bits. Well, if you don't have bodgy bits, but I'm just getting rid of where I've hacked my paper up. See, I've cut a thing out of there. So I'm just trying to straighten them up from where I've had a bit of a hack job on them. And make sure I've got sort of straightish pieces to work with later. So all these little bits, we have we have 2 big buckety bin things in the studio here. We do this at work as well at the shop. One is paper and one is soft plastic. So soft plastics obviously go to the recycling drop-off point, which ours is Woolworths here in Gladstone. And the paper goes in the bottom of our garden beds, or when we top our garden beds up, we use paper as a weed suppressant. So yeah, we try not to waste too much. And we have chickens, which they eat a lot they eat a lot of scraps. They like cornflakes, so Amelia doesn't always eat a breakfast. So, but we also have a teenage boy, so there's not a lot of food waste with a teenage boy. The delivery lady that loves chickens was back today. She actually parked up the driveway so she could come in and check out the chickens. Oh no, that's straight. I didn't use that bit. Okay. So I'm just making lots of scraps and cutting up. I could use that bit. I think that's straight. No, it's not. Let's make it straight. Oh, let's go like that. And then we'll cut that bit there out when we cut out those stars. Gotta have stars, hey Joe. Or let's keep boys rule. Obviously that's a piece of boys rule paper. Okay. Put these over here and then we'll check on our page. Hopefully something's dried a little bit. A little bit. I don't want to keep you all here till midnight waiting for paint to dry.
If we're going to be up until midnight, you might need to hire a new scribe.
I might need a new scribe if we're going to be up till midnight. Do you reckon, Naomi John?
I'm not very good at being a night owl. I'll admit.
Yeah, it takes the water very well, this paper. Sorry, I'm reading back. Like, that was just ages ago, that. Come on, dry, dry, dry. So I told you all I was going to do some doodling on this page, so I guess I better. I've just got to get this to dry. Come on. Okay. Oh, I didn't burn it. Look at that. Why would you buy pattern paper? Please keep buying pattern paper. Oh, I do have this alcohol ink. No. Okay. So let's get my pens boomeranged. They turned up miraculously. So let's get let's see what a 0.3 is like. That's a bit thin. Let's get a 0.5. Okay, so our photograph is going to go sort of here. And I'm going to have bits. So let's do some circles. I'm going to start in here. I haven't done this in years. So the page that Chrissy sent me a picture of had circles and had big circles, but I think they were from a stencil. And they had lots of little ones, so let's do some.
Oh, you're not using a plate for your circles.
No, I visualized it.
I miss that little trick where you get like the dinner plate.
The dinner plate, you trace the dinner plate. So behind where the photo's going to go, let's practice some circles. Okay, let's do. They're a bit dodgy, those circles. Maybe we'll do little nice circles. Maybe we'll get a stencil. Maybe we'll do that. Okay. We're just in here behind the. Maybe we'll get a, and I'll go a 0.3. I'll go for something a bit smaller. Okay. What's the matter, sorry, Quentin?
I thought you needed something.
No, I did, but I went and got it myself. I just reached over. Let's do the occasional little circle. So you could draw these random, but I'm being very, very, very lazy. And I'm just being random. I'm not, and these are a bit rough. This is a Simply Dotty stencil, Naomi. Naomi will find this for you all.
I'm getting the hint.
The other one with this and the other, it's got, I think it's called Distressed Patterns. It was the month after from Celebrate. This is a Celebrate stencil. Oh, look, I'm missing it. Lucky I'm not drawing these freehand. I think I'm a bit tired. I had a migraine yesterday. I'm still feeling a bit there. Getting there. I ended up having only a light lunch yesterday, and I sort of laid down on the lounge for a couple of minutes and woke up a couple of hours later. Okay, I think I've done a dodgy thing through here. That's okay. Just drawing some circles. Let's put a couple of circles over here. Most times I would just, you know, attack the page and draw circles. Just freehand draw circles, but I've got to remember to give you guys ideas on how to achieve that. Because not everyone wants to attack their page with a pen and just draw circles. Cool, let's do one over here. So we're sort of still going with that whole, put a couple through here, whole come across the page thing. Then we'll do a bit of a test drive with our photograph. Half this is probably going to get covered up. It's my most unfavourite part of scrapbooking sometimes, is that I cover things up. Because I get all excited about the paper. Okay. They're not perfect. How's that? And these ones here, so you sort of come back around and look at the photo. That's the idea. Oh, sorry, Dive. Leave it till about. Yeah. Whoops. Di, Ali has loo paper on special this week, and Di knew I wasn't going to go to the house, so she picked me up some.
Also,
Thursday.
if you want big packages of toilet paper, Woolworths has got the 24 packs back in Gladstone at King Cora.
Okay. There you go.
If you
Gone
want more
from
than 8
talking
rolls.
about, you know, scrapbooking to toilet paper. Okay, so let's set our mat here. We're going to go about there with our photo. Okay. Need to cut the middle out of this. And my fussy cutting scissors are not here. I think they're over that way because I needed them. So while you were at trivia last night, if you don't know, we have trivia at our Scrapbook Fantasies Creative Family group on Thursday nights. Joe runs trivia over there. It was toys or something. My kids were just completely... Yeah, well, at least they're allowed to be bodgy freehand circles, hey, Cherie. While you were all doing trivia, Quentin and I were making, we were putting, cutting and printing and making cutouts for the online store and the retreat. Trying to mow through those. Okay, so we've got that. Let's have a look at what we're going to put. So I'm going to make a flaggy bit out of the bottom of this. So to do that, I sort of go, oh, halfway is about there, and I sort of visualise where I'm going to go. And if I get it wrong, like if it doesn't look like it's like that, just looks a bit odd, I just sort of do that kind of thing. That's still dodgy. I'm not a fan of these scissors. They're serrated. I don't think that's it. May, could you go over and grab my my straight blade scissors? I am a bit obsessive, aren't I? They're in the tub. Get out of it.
It's like cutting through the scene.
She's cutting through the scene. Oh my gosh.
No, that could become a classic dad joke.
That could be a classic dad joke. That is something your dad would say and do.
My father would be proud.
Okay. Let's sort of build a bit of a... You know... Work out sort of where we're going to put a few things. Let's cut this out. I want to do some stamping on the background, but I don't want to stamp and then completely cover it all. I suppose I could re-stamp it, but I'm going to try and build it up a little bit first. I cut that straight, didn't I? But I'm just going to do this. Like that. Maybe not. He's got a shirt this colour. He could have been wearing it.
That would be too well planned for our family.
Yeah, it would be too well planned. People of that. Let's stick Epic to some black. And that's the middle out of our photo mat used then. I'm just going to sit it on there for a moment. Might cut that a bit smaller to put some journaling on. And then
where will this video be saved on the Facebook page? Sorry for interrupting.
So if you go into click on videos, then it'll have the last video I did, or we did, as the feature video, and then below that will be playlists. So we've got 4 playlists currently. We've got Friday Night Live, which this is a Friday Night Live. We've got our Anzac 7-day series where I did a different Anzac military themed embellishment 7 days in a row. They're just small classes. I did that back in April. And then we have I can't remember what one of the others is. Then we have all the Great Australian Craft Show. So there's another Great Australian Craft Show the first weekend in June. When we should be at the Scrapbook Expo in Brisbane, there's a Great Australian Craft Show. So we'll be adding to that folder as well. So this one, straight after this, what I will do is I share it to my Facebook page. I share it into the Creative Family group. And then I make sure that it has a title so you can find it. And it also goes into the playlist for Friday Night Lives. I'm sure there's a playlist for Friday Night Lives. I'm sure I made one last week. So yeah, that's how you find it. So the background is lots of water, and I used a watercolor swatch from our April 2020 year in review kit, which comes out early May. Came out this week. Lots of water, and I had a bodgy brush somewhere. Yep, it's gone. Oh, here it is. I just had a paintbrush, just a basic paintbrush. And then I've used a stencil and a black pen to do the circles. Maybe not. Or maybe. Let's have a look at that. What's everyone think of the diamond thing? How long is it simply all made a diamond on a page? It's a bit interesting. While I wait for you guys to catch up. Cool. Thanks, Teresa. If you ever can't find a video, or eventually the videos go onto my YouTube channel, but I'm a little behind and my son's a little behind. We just need to get our time management for the videos under control. We just have so many of them right now. That's a bit of an issue. And he starts work again next week. Connor actually opens this coming week in Gladstone. I suppose Connor's stores are opening everywhere, so he'll be back at work at Connor. He's only working 1 day a week to start with. It's only his part-time gig because he likes clothes. Yep. He has 2 wardrobes currently in his flat. He's moving in with his sister, and he will only have 1 wardrobe.
And his wardrobe will be smaller than both of the ones that he's using.
Yes, he's having a smaller wardrobe. Yes. So yeah, they do eventually go onto my YouTube channel. And anyone that's tried to get into my blog, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just the company's not recognising the new security certificate, and that's all. Just a bit of an argument between 2 Australian companies because they both want the control. You know how it is. Okay, I'm just going to cut some stars. What did everyone think of the diamond? Did we decide if we liked the diamondy thing or if it was dodgy? So that's not the Scrapbook Fantasies blog or website I was talking about. That's my personal one. You guys can probably get into it. It's probably just me.
Marlene likes it.
It's growing on me. I think I like it too. Has one of them got a bowl in the lounge room, Naomi? I can hear someone chinking a piece of cutlery in a bowl. I see him. He's already had a yogurt ice block and he's eating mango. Oh, I suppose he's a teenage boy.
Okay, we have controversy. Some of them think that we should add the diamond. Some of them think that there shouldn't be the diamond.
Okay.
I'll let you handle that because you're the boss.
Sorry, I just remembered Quentin didn't lock the silver car when we got home from doing home deliveries. Sometimes I go out for home deliveries. They do take longer because everyone wants to talk. Some people get a bit of a shock when I turn up to do their home deliveries. From Monday, we are open different hours. So Mondays, and yes, I'm going to open Mondays. I don't open Mondays very often. That's why the email is moving to Friday, which I think it's going to be moved to Saturday this week. And we'll gradually get to Friday. We'll go from Mondays to Fridays. So 9 till 11 on Monday morning. And then we're 1 till 2:30 on Tuesday because I have to do school pickup because Amelia's in prep. And then Wednesday we're going to keep the 4 p.m. till 5 p.m, which is quite good for those that work at industrial plants. And Thursday will be 9 a.m. till 11 a.m. Friday will be by appointment. And then Saturday we'll do 9 till 11. And Sunday we're closed. Sorry. Okay. Got an ant. Let's have a look. I don't know about the diamond. Let's stick this in. Oh, good idea. The double piece, what key on the grey piece? Turn over to the coloured side. Let's see. Oh, that grey piece. Yeah. What about? Okay, let's do some test driving here. It's all very black and white, isn't it? Let's try that. And that. Lost the stars. Let's try that. I don't know. That is Missy whinging for dinner. So when you hear about a small cat exploding because it ate too much, it's Missy. Although Maddie was pretty bad this week. Yesterday, they lined up for breakfast with Quentin at 5 in the morning. And then they lined up again for breakfast with Noah at 7 in the morning. And then they thought they might like lunch.
Okay. Banner doesn't stand out.
This way?
Yeah, your white, the banner of the thing, you might have to ink it. It's a suggestion. And Chrissy's just wondering what's on the other side of the diamond.
Navy blue. This navy blue colour. I think if you take the diamond out, the grey looks not too bad. Yeah. Yeah. I think once I stamp on it, it'll be right. We're going to do a bit of stamping. Not a lot. Have to admit my new glasses are good. Oh, anyone that didn't see them today. See, new glasses. Got fingerprints on them already. So they're like a teal and a blue. They're quite nice. They feel good. I can really see. Okie dokie. It's not very straight. It should be right. Okay.
They all agree that the grey looks better without the diamond.
I think the grey looks better without the diamond. So we're just going to use this as a bit of a guide, and we're going to go, okay, well, we're going in about there, about there. I do have to then cover these marks. About there, about there, and then let's I'm going to trim that down. Just tap that a bit. Let's make it 1.5 inches. see how that goes. See how it goes. Okay, and then we're going to do sort of there. Put that there. And let's move this over there. So I would have taken a photo at that point, but I've got golden black and I've just got this meshy thing. I think we used it I had it there last Friday night, but I think I used it when I did the and I'm not using a block, when I did the boy grunge page. Oops, that's in the middle. Let's put a little bit up here. I'm just trying to have a little bit coming out, but not trying to have it as four cornery things, so I'll make it look a bit natural. And then she's typing madly. I worry sometimes when she types madly because it could be that there's an issue.
Always have to wait 20 seconds before I post that. I've got to refill it.
Okay, let's have a test drive again. Put the cover on that. Yep, I like that. So let's give that a bit of a dry. Normally I would just leave this to dry naturally, but I want to move right along. And it's pigment ink. So this is a pigment ink. These ones are a dye ink, they dry quicker, but your pigment ink, which we also used in last Friday night's scrap along, like Friday Night Live, and we used it in the scrap along on the Monday night before, like the Monday night of last week. You can use them for embossing because they stay wet longer. I hope that helps. I hope you don't feel like I'm telling you things you already know. And okay, let's do that. Let's work out how I'm sticking these things. Let's put the adhesives behind them at this point so that what I can do is then waste not, want not. This will have foam behind it. This is just foam tape. Yes, I know I'm using my good scissors. If you use a good quality foam tape and you're quick enough, you don't actually need to use other scissors. But if you're worried, you should just use other scissors, like grungy scissors. Telling you, waste not, want not. You could trim that out with a trimmer. And let's... Let's do that. Yes, I'm about to cut a hole in my page. Is anyone horrified? Yeah, my stash doesn't really shrink. Although
we're talking about glasses frames.
I sent a, we sent some stuff into prep today. So I'm just going to cut this a little bigger. I will show you how I deal with this later. This is not for the faint-hearted, okay? I would normally get a trimmer out and muck around and, you know, cut this, measure that and cut that. But I've got new glasses so I can see. So I can master scissors again. That it's not too bad. It's not perfect, but I've done hand-drawn swizzles on the layout, so what's perfect? Okay, so this is going to have tape behind it. Yep, I've got lots of holes in my page. And then, is anyone having a fit? Yep, Teresa is. Sorry. Yeah. It is a little bit scary the first time people see me just, you know, grab the scissors and start. And that's probably why my stash doesn't shrink too much, because I cut the middle out of things. But then my albums are lighter. The albums have to be light enough for my kids to handle. They have to be able to get into an album and look at what they want to see. Okay, so I'm just going to build this back up. Then we had this. This was here. So let's put that there. Let's put another piece of foam there. And I sort of eyeball a lot, but it's okay if it's not perfect. I'm not too worried. Although, what did I obsess over earlier? Oh, that the scissors left serrated marks on the paper. Yeah, got to pick your battles. So that needs another layer of foam there because it's above a photo mat with foam. Okay. I got the stamp on that. Let's put the stamp over there until we clean it. Okay, then we will, sorry I stopped talking there, some tape on the back of here. Yeah, albums get whole cut of pages. Albums can get super duper heavy. Okay.
By the way, I reckon my comment should be put on your resume.
What?
Professional whole cutter of pages.
Yeah.
It's definitely a skill.
It doesn't sound particularly appropriate, but it'll be right. I'm just trying to make sure I don't see any of the grey in the V down here. Don't ask me why. So I'm going to put an L shape of foam around that there, around these three sides. Those two sides, not three sides. I have this little piece here. I'm going to use it up. Don't always stick on photos. Sometimes I do. Okay. So let's peel the rest of the tape off here. So I have built my blockety bit. And then I've got my page with a hole in it. And then I've got those marks, so I just want to make sure I cover them. And it's okay that this doesn't really show up. It's just there to make this look like it's not so skinny and just to feather it out. By having a soft colour here, it helps, you know, give this a bit of weight without it being too heavy. Shall I come up just a little bit more? Okay, hole in the back. That's all we do. Just a bit of a band-aid on the back, and away we go. And I do one more thing on the back, is I put this here so that when it comes up against the page that goes behind it, it's got enough to have a bit of dimension there. I hope that makes sense. I don't know. I'm going to write something. I don't know, I'll leave it there, see if I like it in a minute.
Can I just say something? You're scrapbooking in record time at the moment.
Am I?
Mm-hmm. Haven't even been an hour yet.
Oh wow. Geez, I'm doing well. Just going to commit to that. I need to journal somewhere. Look straight. Let's put a bit of foam behind that. I've used paper too. I've got pencil marks here. It's okay. We've got stars. Bits of stars. Oh, and what's in here? Oh, there was that boy's rule. Okay. show you. Amelia gave me, where did it go? She gave this to me the other day. She expects me to use it. I think I'm going to be going a little while before I find something to use that little blue star on. But it was a special gift. Okay, I've got some flaggy things. Okay. I still haven't grabbed a pin to fix the dimensional magic. I'll put the boys' rule here. It's not the star of the show, so it doesn't really need a mat on it. It's just going to disappear into the page. I don't often just whack something on, but I knew it was going to be right. Somehow. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay. So, I'm not sold on the orange, even though there's orange here. Don't know if I'm sold on the yellow either. See how we go. So you don't need whole stars. They can be bits and pieces. And they can be off the page. Okay. Maybe I do need the orange. Maybe I don't. Maybe that's enough. This is my super well used eraser. So you need a nice soft eraser when you're doing scrapbooking. You just want something that does the job. This is a little Micador. Okay, how's that? What's everyone think? I like the yellow stars. I've used binder albums for years. Oh, sorry. I really need to turn that thing off ages and ages earlier. I was putting in stock. So we've got the last of our Studio 73 new stuff today. And I've put that through. I haven't quite finished with the Montmartre top-up order that arrived today. Putting it in. Okay. Let's have a look what's in this box. Move bin. Just going to put that there. Maybe? Maybe? Yeah. Let's give them a try. This is just leftovers, half finished. Maybe. Yep, there's a lot in here. These containers are handy. Maybe I should put all those sequins in one container and then I could have more containers. Sorry, I digress. We have a, oh, no, that's bad. We have a lot of Cocoa Vanilla coming. Cocoa Vanilla does take time. It's regional New South Wales to regional Queensland. So,
one of the worst postage experiences you can
yeah,
have.
it's a bad postage experience. So, yeah. But we will let you guys know when it's coming. The yellow arrow. I actually don't have any. Oh, I have some Prima stuff that's all together, but Cocoa Vanilla is the brand that I keep all the bits together. See, I've only got one of those left. And look, that's hacked up. I just, yeah. And it's very, I like Zoe's style. It's very good for, like, some of this is years and years old. Like, some of this is, like, Amelia's nearly 6, and some of this is way older than Amelia. So, I like that you can take something that's old from Cocoa Vanilla and add stuff that's new. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and the quality is so good that it doesn't go off. You know, like these buttons still have their stick because they're sticking to everything that's in the container. But you know what I mean? Like, things still work. And look, the letter stickers are still on the sheet. Wonder if they say Noah. Nope. Nope. I don't have Noah left. Do I have Noah on there? N-O... Maybe not. Oh no, there's one of those missing. Okay, so we've got a couple of things. We have, so with our Cocoa Vanilla, we have lots and lots of paper. Lots and lots and lots of paper and embellishments from every possible collection that's still available. And we also have a top up of Legendary. That's what I was trying to think of, what range it was. Transparency things are a little bit of a pain to stick on, aren't they? Okay. So let's put the, it's the wrong yellow one. That is way past bedtime, Smith.
Oh, let's go. Can you see?
How did you con late nights out of Dad?
Oh, we were watching NCIS.
Oh, well, you shouldn't be watching NCIS either.
It's the one where Zeba got blown up.
Well, that's not really a good thing for you to be watching.
She survived. It's okay. Good monkeys. So,
Okay. We'll say bye to the ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Yeah, come on.
That means they skipped back several series.
yeah, they have.
They've gone back now to the stuff we missed.
Say good night, everyone.
Good night.
And hello.
And hello. And goodbye.
And go out.
Okay.
Let's go. Come on.
Okay.
Oh, you
Let's put
are
some glue
snuggle
out.
pop, aren't you?
And look for tweezers. Okay. Let's see if we can get this yellow in. Let's just make this yellow work. So you've got a bit of yellow there and there. Sorry, I put my head in the way then, didn't I? Sorry. Apologies. Duh. glue on these foamy things doesn't last, but that's the only thing. They all stuck down? Okay. Thinking there. Okay. So let's put some of these enamel dots. No, I like that. I just like those. And let's put some foam in this. She's pretty tired after week 1 of school. Or week 1 of going back to school.
And she's been socialising too much at break time.
Too much socialising. She hasn't had time to eat lunch this week because she's been socialising. There's not really enough of her to miss a meal. I'm going to put a double layer of foam just to bring that up. So it goes in like that. Okay. Okay. There you go. And it doesn't follow lines, and that's okay because I've got the hand-drawn squiggly. You couldn't have perfect journaling if you had with hand-drawn squiggly circles. They're the ones. Circles. Okay, what else does it need? Anyone see anything else it needs? I hate journaling on my pages. Yeah, I'm not a fan of my handwriting. Like, I really am not a fan of my handwriting. But I'm going to say that I have a little notebook where my dad used to write down notes and draw little plans. Like, it's got a little picture in the original dimensions, like when he was sitting on a plane of, you know, he built a windmill and a pump from scratch, all of his own design. So it's got all those little things in and bits of his handwriting. Don't have much of his handwriting at all. So the way I figure it, my handwriting's crappy, but my kids know it's me. And it is me. My mum was a prolific scrapbooker. She's still alive. We lost my dad, like, how old's Milton? 22. So we lost my dad over 22 years ago. So, over 20 years ago, actually. Milton was nearly 2 when we lost Dad. I do love that my mum just wrote, and she just did stream of consciousness journaling on a lot of her pages. So she wrote what she felt and she wrote what she thought. So probably not all good for public knowledge, but you know, it's her opinion. So we have lots of her in our albums. But I used to type my journaling, but then the kids really loved, when they were little, my older children really loved seeing the pages where I wrote on them, because I wrote the message to them. I didn't type it. It wasn't the computer that made the message for them. Mum typed it. Mum wrote the message to them, so they loved that. So yeah, it's just crappy handwriting, but I don't write fluffy poems and things on there. I'm sorry. Yeah, I just usually write who it is and the date, and that's about all you're going to get out of me. I think that's it. I like it. I like the background. This black gold, isn't it nice? We used it earlier this week, didn't we? Did we use it earlier this week? What did we use it on this week? No, we didn't.
We used it a few weeks ago, but we couldn't get it in, so we had
a few weeks ago.
Or else we would have had riots, remember?
Yeah, we did. I was going to use it the other day and I didn't. But yeah, I like how the black gold reflects the greeniness a bit. I do like it. I think in 2 weeks' time, when we do the sewing type kit, yeah, just the facts, Hayley, on journaling. I think when we do the heritagey pages, I think in a couple of weeks' time, I think that'll be really nice. I also have to photograph the kit for the week after. So we have next week's kit available, the week after's kit available, but I have to photograph the week after that and the retreat kit before I can send out the email. So I'm going to try and get a big day tomorrow. And the shop will be, what time are you open at the shop tomorrow, Naomi? About 10 till 11?
10 till 11.
So Naomi and John will be at the shop from 10 a.m. till 11 a.m. tomorrow for anyone wanting to go to the shop tomorrow.
If you do rock up a bit late, it's alright.
She'll be there maybe after that. You just need to knock on the door because she's going to be recording.
Yeah, so I'll be open for an hour.
Yeah, I love the black gold. So yeah, that was just... And if you wanted ink pads instead of the sap green and the French cerulean blue, you could use like the mid blue, or in the dye ink, I think it's sky blue is the same as this. And then you could probably use either this olive green, or I think it's called... Sorry, I'm just having an off-camera rummage here. Do you know, this would have looked nice with orange too. I can't find green. Oh, not pine green. There's another one. I think it's called spring green in the dye inks. I think it's called spring green. That's the same as this olive in the pearlescent, because these are pearlescent and they're not. Okay, what are we not? Oh, I put my head in the way. I'm so sorry.
No, I was saying yes to the ink thing.
Oh, yes to the ink thing, that I was correct. Okay. Okay. Oh, look, I'm back on the orange. There's just a little bit of a lag. So thank you all very much. Oh, these are the new graphic liner pen sets, and there's also a coloured set. But these ones are 0.05, 0.1, 0.3, 0.5, 0.71 and a brush. And the brush is... Oh, geez, it's tiny. Apparently they're really good. So I was told after they'd been swiped, but now they've been returned. But it worked really well. I did the 0.5 and then I did the circles with a 0.3. Thank you for coming along. don't forget, so this was a special request from Chrissy. She sent me a picture of what she would like. You know, it could be one of my past classes, and say, oh, I really love this page you did, but could you do it in purples, or could you do a girly one instead of a boy one, or it could just be something you want to see, or that's how the grunge one came out. Someone wanted grunge with lots of mediums, and someone else wanted to know how to use embossing powder, and so we just compiled it all into the grunge. So I will show you, if you weren't here last week, I'll show you last Friday night, and the video is still on the Facebook page. So last Friday night was that, girly grunge, and we did all the same techniques on that, except I forgot the mist on it, as the Monday before, which was that. This is an awesome one. I love this. This is embossing powder and paste, and paste coloured with alcohol ink, and embossing powder on stamping, and embossing powder on paste, and stamping and stenciling, and wax and mist and sanding, and all sorts of stuff, and rubbing over it with an ink pad, and yeah, it's awesome. So thank you for coming along, and enjoy your weekend. Keep in touch, and if you're not in our Scrapbook Fantasies Creative Family group and you want to join, you've just got to ask to join, and you've got to answer the 2 questions, because that makes it really quick for me if you do. Thank you very much. Bye.